Right. You should, lovely folks at home, be able to hear all of us now. So, welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We do lots of tabletop. Lots, like 8 nights a week. It's ridiculous. So, tonight we are going to be playing Iron Kingdoms, which is a game by Privateer Press, which is based on Hordes and War Machine, is it, Dave? A wargaming, tabletop wargaming game, which was pretty cool, to be fair, and still is. But this is their RPG that they brought out quite a while ago, so we're going to give a crack at it. Dave's a big fan. As you can see, these lot don't ever seem to be their normal selves. The artwork for Spud is uncanny. Like, it is unbelievable. And Grace and Mel look pretty as well. So, we're going to be... What should we go through first? Let's go through the social media stuff first. If you wish to follow us on social media, go to any of them and type in Heavyweight Gaming, your Twitch, your Facebook, Instagram, etc. And you should find us and you can follow us and get to see my lovely posts about... Oh, look, we're playing tabletop again. It's fascinating. Do it! You'll get to see me and Gingy as well. My son eat pasties. It's pretty much... my only income is to put an OnlyFans site up with me and our Sam eating pasties, but that's between me and him. So, what else we got? Sponsors for tonight. You'll be shocked to hear. Sawdust Swearwords. They are an incredible talent. They do lots and lots of really, really cool stuff with woodworking. If you go to Facebook and just write in Sawdust and Swearwords, you'll find their Facebook page. Check out their photo album and various other posts they've got going on. And they're
finally here on the stream with us.
They're finally here on the stream. For those of you that don't know, Dave and Grace are Sawdust and Swearwords incarnate. So yeah, so be nice, because if you order something off them, you want it nice, which it's never not, so yeah.
It's lovely, it is, yeah.
Makes a change us not heckling on the chat.
I know
instead.
2 of these people, I think. Maybe, Tess. Maybe.
Maybe.
So, there are no other sponsors for the show tonight, other than the lovely support from Ruffworx Creative, Bardic Inspiration, Dwarf Warrior is kind of an unofficial like co-owner. It seems he's buying his way into the shares of the company. But yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in to watch. Hopefully you'll have a great time watching us play Iron Kingdoms. Dave's played it. Grace has had a sesh. Me and Mel don't have a clue. So it's going to be amazing. Right? We don't know how many parts it's going to be. Anywhere between now and 3 maybe. But we shall see if we can get through this lovely little adventure and how quickly they can bugger off left at the roundabout and ignore everything that's on the pages in front of me. At the end of August, I'll get through all this crap soon, don't worry kids. At the end of August we're doing a 48-hour charity stream, which I understand to be absolute lunacy, so clearly it was my idea. We're going to be gaming for 48 hours straight on the stream, and it'll be tabletop. So Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Carbon 2185, Vampire the Masquerade, Gamma Worlds I think Rob's doing, Call of Cthulhu Kelly's going to do, I think Luke's going to do a 5e urban fantasy set in one shot. A good friend of mine, Rob, not Arcane, a different Rob, he's going to be doing a Aliens one shot where you all play Colonial Marines and you've got to shoot aliens. Stuff like that, and then the in-between bits, probably through the night and such, we'll be doing things like Minecraft Dungeons, Destiny, Apex, Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, World of Warcraft. I think there's another one. Yes, yeah. There's loads of stuff. 48 hours. I'm doing it for 3 charities. Those 3 charities are Mind, which is a mental health charity, Rainbow Trust, which is a charity for very, very poorly children, and Mermaids, which is a charity within the Pride environment, which is a terrible description. But go to Google those 3 charities and you'll get all the information that you need and more about those 3 charities and what they do with donations and what they're trying to achieve and stuff like this. If you want to go donate, you can go to justgiving.com /team/heavy48. You should see a link pop up in the chat. You can follow it, and pick a name. So essentially, the way it works is 3 of us set the pages up and we've put them in a team. So that means if you want to donate to Mind, you just click on my name. If you want to donate to Rainbow Trust, you click on Rob's name. If you want to donate to Mermaids, you click on Kelly's name. That page will collect all the money and then dish it out at the end of on the 28th to 30th of August is the actual event. And I think it's like 2 weeks after the 30th they'll collect. So you can go that way. Or you can... We're doing an overnight stream. We're doing 48 hours of it. So yes, Rywun, sorry for getting Emma. Or you can go beneath this stream. If you're on a phone, mobile, click About, and you'll see several buttons that tell you like, subscribe, Twitter, Facebook, etc.
It's gravy time.
And he's back. Hey up, Dwarf Warrior. Thank you very much for those 5 gift subs. So get them used, kids. Yeah, if you go beneath the stream and click donation,
it's gravy time.
Or donate, I think it is. Here come the gravy times. The money that is collected via the stream donation goes straight into my personal PayPal, and then I will put it to the charity. So when you do, if you do donate via the Twitch donation, you can leave a little note. Just please put what charity you're donating to, and I'll make sure it goes to the right place.
It's gravy time.
God damn. Thank you very much for all the gravy times. It just put a smile on my face. Dwarf Warrior, mate, you're at 70% shares now, right?
It's gravy time.
Just keep them coming, kids. Keep them coming. NVCDM. Oh, I don't believe I've spotted you in here before, but thank you very much. Where did we get to? I think I'm done. So, I'll go around the players. We've got Grace playing Mercia. Yep. We've got Dave playing Spud. I love... Right, mate. On my screen, I can say... Like, it is like twins on the screen, but... and we've got Mel, who you may recognise in other games, mainly our Tuesday game, playing Myra. So... We are in the world of Iron Kingdoms. It is Diesel Punk's probably the best description, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to agree to let me move on, so that's good.
Yeah.
You are currently in the city of Corvus. You 3 are a wonderful bunch of... Oh, and we've just had some bits. Well played. Well played. So, just before I carry on, Dwarf Warriors has pointed out something very nice. If you donate 200 bits to the session, this lovely bunch get a free reroll. So, in this, they roll 2d6, but they'll get to free reroll. They go. Yep. So, they can only have 5 at any one time. They can only use them this session, and they can't use them on any rolls that I'm doing. So,
You're very useful.
They are very, very useful.
Shouldn't you rolling that one yesterday?
So yeah, thank you very much for that, Dwarf Warrior. I will. You've got a reroll, by the way, guys. So one of you track those. So, right. First of all, I'm going to go around you to introduce your characters, and then I will give you my introductory monologue. And I'm going to go around as it is on my screen. So, Grace.
Hi, so I'm playing Mercia, the Mage Hunter Cutthroat.
And what do you look like?
So I have many hoods. I've decided this throughout this I'm going to be wearing so many different hoods because every situation is going to need different sneaking. But I am an Iotun, so like a type of elf. And I'm not overly tall, but just generally a hopefully not someone you ever see. And so that's mainly what I'd hope for.
Right. Dave, who are you playing? What you're playing? Give us a description.
So I'm playing Captain Bartholomew Montgomery Spencer the Seventh, or Spud to his friends.
Jesus.
He's in his 60s, late 60s. He's known the other two for a while. Obviously, you could probably imagine Mel's playing an elf as well, so they don't age. But I'm a human, I'm an elf man, and I was in the Signaran army, the Glorious Blues, fighting against the Cadorans, the Dirty Reds. I'm a gun mage. I've dabbled in arcane mechanics. I'm old, grumpy. I like to drink. I have a wounded eye, which is great because I'm a sniper.
Brilliant. Let's hope he shoots with the other eye. When I said describe yourself, I was like, maybe like just leaning closer to the camera. It's like, so, Mel, who are you playing, what you're playing, and describe yourself.
I am playing Mira. She is a Nice elf, so mountain type elf.
Northerner.
Cold lands. Cold lands.
Northern elves.
She is an ice sorcerer and an arcanist. And obviously she's known the other two for quite a long time now.
Cool. Right. So you lovely bunch have been contemplating sticking a mercenary group together.
On the bucket list.
It's on the bucket list. So, it was with some haste that you responded to Corvus City Watch Lieutenant Morton Rourke's urgent missive. You were settling in for a warm dinner in the common room of a small house serving as your charter's base of operations in a vaguely respectable part of town when a hurried messenger arrived. He carried a scrawled message from Lieutenant Rourke pleading for you to come to his guard tower as soon as possible. You grumbled about the interruption, but the lieutenant is the last person standing between you and official recognition of your mercenary charter, and his reputation for rejecting petitions is legendary. Without his stamp of approval, you'll be forced to relocate to another city and start your business from scratch. So you strap on your armour, checked your blades, and loaded your pistols before setting out to the soggy waterfront of southwest Corvus. A misting of rain surrounds you as you arrive at the Watch's prominent guard tower. Its 3 stories of dark grey stone rise above the square only a few blocks from the waterfront, and a chill grows as you approach the river. The sun is setting behind grey clouds, and a bustling crowd moves around you. The fishmongers and shipwrights of the district heading home from their day's work. A few rusting labour-jacks haul heavy goods for successful merchants. And the coal smoke they emit makes the thick, foggy air even harder to breathe. As you approach the tower stairs, a figure opens the iron-studded wooden door. Lieutenant Rourke's black hair and weathered features are unmistakable, and he motions you to enter. The main guard room is empty but for a few racks of armour and weapons lining the wall and a large wooden table holding only a few empty metal tankards. A blonde man you recognise as one of Rourke's subordinates, Sergeant Hill, stands at attention near the stairs that lead down to the tower's cells. The middle-aged lieutenant is wearing the mail of the Corvus City Watch, with the city symbol on his right steel shoulder pad and a pistol and sword hang from his belt. He forces a smile but is obviously distressed. I've lost that bit. He gestures for you to make yourself comfortable. Without pause, he closes the heavy door behind you and speaks. I'm sorry for the rush, but I've got a bloody mess of a situation on my hands and not much time. I know you can get things done. You've proven that to me before, but this time it's more personal. Just this evening, a cult of bloody Thamarites kidnapped my family and have me over a barrel. Bastards say I've got to steal some damn thing from the alchemist named Jorvis Torm in the industrial quarter, if I ever want to see him again. I'd do it myself, but problem is, if I get caught, Captain Hellstrom will hang me high, and then where's my family? I can't take this to anyone else on the watch, since I'd risk the lives of everyone involved. I know you lot can take care of this, so here's the plan. The cultists say they want a reinforced lockbox marked miscellaneous surplus that Tom has. You go in, you get the box from Tom, and you deliver it to the cult. That'll buy me some time to make sure my family is safe, and me and the boys will ambush them after. Whatever you do, don't open the box. Not only is it likely holding something dangerous, but if they think we've messed with that box, my family will pay the price. Time's running out. What do you say? 3, 2, 1, you're in.
Right.
Well, how much are you paying? Or is it just having a good word for us to get a mercenary group up and going?
He looks at you, then looks back to Spud, then back to you. The petition needs signing, yes?
Yeah.
There's your price. You make a damn sight more money with that signed than you will not.
It's always worth asking.
That it is.
That's fine. We can certainly do this, I think. Unless anyone else has anything to say on it, I think we should be fine.
So under no circumstances are we to open this box?
I'd rather you didn't. If they know it's tampered with, my family may pay the price.
Okay.
I understand that I would obviously want you, being a member of the City Watch, to work within the bounds of the law, but ultimately do whatever you've got to do. I don't want harm to my family.
And how do we know they won't harm them anyway?
That's... How do I answer that? I'm in a situation where I've needed to hire you to go and retrieve this box. I don't know if they will harm them or not, but if they do, I'll bring hell and high water upon their heads.
So the box itself says miscellaneous surplus on it. Is that
Correct. That is what I was told, yes.
And do we know whereabouts it might be, so we have any kind of idea where we're going when we get there?
Yes, it's in the industrial quarter, the alchemist shops. You'll, Tom's is quite notable. There are signs to it once you get close. He's a well-known alchemist, which is probably why they're targeting his stock.
Sounds good to me. We can,
just north of the... cross the bridge by the Black River, just to the north. Take you about half an hour.
I think we'll head off then. Will we find you here?
Yes. I'll be speaking with the lads to arrange an ambush once you've done the delivery and bought me some time.
Okay, we'll go find Tom's.
Cool.
Sorry, who are we delivering it to again?
2 seconds. Sheep just bad. That was not what I expected. You are delivering it to
Cultists.
the cultists.
The cultist.
Wasn't paying attention yet.
The cultists are 2 seconds, my boy. My boy, you are like 60 odd.
My boy.
He's like 3 months older than you.
All counts when you've taken down the days.
They are over to the west side of the city. They are expecting you. They will be no doubt watching Tom's place. Keep an eye out, for they may direct you multiple places before they are comfortable in receiving the box.
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely. Not a very talky bunch, are you? Ulrich Strumper. Jesus Christ. Forest Spook Gaming. Right, so you're gonna I think Hal Strumper is German for sock wearer. You leave the half a stomper. You leave the barracks type area. You walk out into the street, and you know that the northern bridge across the Black River is about half an hour's trek, maybe a bit less, and it'll take you into that industrial quarter where you can find shops and shops and shops, and very likely the one that is Tom's. So I'm assuming you're going straight there?
Yeah, I think we're all pretty stocked up and ready to go.
Cool. So as you hasten to the north of the city, as you hasten to cross the bridge over the Black River, it doesn't take you too long. You get there, it's very large. You are slowed by a group of rowdy labourers making their way home. The crowd of sweat and soot-stained humans, trollkin and gobbers take up the boisterous drinking song, but they stay clear of the trollkin in spiked armour and several-ton labour-jack in your group. Well, that is probably not meant for you. There is a group behind you with a trollkin in spiked armour and a several-ton labour-jack. They avoid him. A few blocks of poorly lit cobblestone streets lead you from the bridge into the blocks of Corvus waterside industrial facilities and warehouses. You turn a corner and you spy what you realise must be Jarvis Tom's workshop, for there is a large sign with flickering orange lights that says Jarvis Tom's Alchemist Shop.
Big clue there.
Boom. The workshop is a modestly sized wooden building that appears to have once been a private home around which huge warehouses have sprung up. The structure is tall and narrow, with a second story that I've never seen that word in my life. Cantilevers. There we go. Out above the building's front door on a pair of smudged windows. Soot and industrial waste darken its walls. Alarmingly, a pair of cloaked men stand on either side of the front door. They wear short cloaks over heavy armour and helms. Each holds a sword at the ready and large shield cannons bearing the unmistakable emblem of the Order of the Golden Crucible, which is the cult that you will be delivering to. As mentioned previously without being mentioned, but he mentioned it and you remember it. So, let's see if this works now, kids. We're going to jump over to roll 20. To sit. Boom! Battle cam. Hopefully that's changed for you lot and you can also see and hear us. I'm going to now try and zoom out a little bit to give folks a view. So you've essentially come in. I'm going to move your tokens down here. Yeah. You can order yourselves how you so wish. You're currently off screen to those at home, but you are. Can you see? Can you move your tokens, etc.? You should all be able to move all three, just for whatever reason. For those watching, Iron Kingdoms doesn't use a grid. It just uses measurements. And there is such thing as a front arc and a back arc to yourself, an enemy, a target, etc. Obviously, if you get in the back arc and you are of a sneaky stabby persuasion, you can do more damage. And other things happen. Right, so you are there, folks. Two armed, lovely people outside the. You won't move, you bastard. You didn't move. Why did you not move? Oh, that is twattish. Right, you lot decide what you're doing while I sort out my.
Right, so we need to get the item. I'm guessing we're far enough away, they're not going to hear us muttering.
Not from.
ourselves.
You don't believe so from where you are.
Just give them our plan straight away, it'd be great. So if we need to get the lockbox off him, I'm going to guess that's not going to be easy to get to. I'm just going to keep it.
Them two right there, no.
No.
Up and off.
I mean, we've got a few options. There's always going to be better.
Yeah, there's got to be. I mean, I can check the roof, see if they've got anything up there. Yeah.
I mean, we could always do the whole The usual.
The usual. Tap them on the shoulder and flying headbutt.
Off the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Wow. So what's the plan, kids?
So this is quite a busy street. Like, this isn't just the two guards and us. Like, there's people passing.
This particular street, there's people passing behind you, but in this actual alleyway, there's no one in front of you bar those two. But behind you, you've just left the thronging main street, and this is like a side street, and it is exactly as you see it, you three and them two. And behind you, people just don't care that you're there.
Okay. Should we try and just go in first, see how badly they don't like us? This is a shop. Alchemist supplies.
Yeah. You know, we could potentially be going in for alchemist supplies.
Well, I want to see if they might have some explosive arrows. I'm always looking for more. So yeah, I'd quite happily go in. I don't know if you guys want to stay out or come in with.
Oh, I'll just stand on this corner here. I'll go down and I'll just stand here for a moment.
Have a rest.
And catch my breath because I'm old and I've just walked for 45 minutes. It would have been half an hour.
So as you approach Spud, this one turns to you, which I have to now turn because of front and back axe. And this lovely chap over here in their helms and armour, they both look at you, and this front one's like, "Oh, what do you want? Oh, damn it."
I just need to rest for a moment. I've been walking a while. My friends here wish to enter the shop and see about alchemy supplies.
It's closed. Piss off.
Well, this is awkward. I lean over my shoulder and shout back to the other two, like, "It's closed. They just told me it's closed. The bastards."
Bastard.
Shout back, just going, what do you mean they're closed? What kind of shit shop is that?
One that's closed.
Let's go over to them. Let's go and speak to them.
This bloody art business going on. Yeah. Right. That one sort of keeps an eye on Spud and Mercia. And this one will speak to Myra. What do you want?
My good sir, you are in front of a shop that is selling supplies. You wish to buy the supplies? Like a mercantile place? A shop?
We've been told you're some of the best. Like,
Yes.
surely that means you want to come by here.
Like my mate said, piss off, we're closed.
And when are you open again?
In the morning.
AD, what time is it at the moment in the game?
The sun pretty much set as you cross the bridge.
Okay.
Bats.
So
Alright.
if the shop's closed, why are you outside?
Making sure people like you don't come in when they think it's open.
Called a lock on the door. Alright, we'll come back in the morning, I guess. Not a
It's a
problem.
shame. We've spent quite a lot of gold in there as well.
Yeah, we'll find somewhere else that's open.
Yeah, let's go find someone that's actually open, shall we?
So
Cool.
if we exit the alleyway and just go either round the corner or
I think we're good on
if there's
Cool. So you've gone round. So as you try to get like round the back of that building, there is a crap load of warehouses either side, and there's no direct way to the back of it.
okay.
You are all intelligent enough, at least your characters are all intelligent enough to realise that there probably isn't a back entrance to this place. The warehouses don't seem to belong to the alchemist shop. They seem to belong to the shipping rights and such and lumberjacks.
Yeah. Okay. Is it worth me going up and having a look up top?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Fine. So where there's somewhere that's relatively hidden and looks relatively climbable, or I can clamber up. I want to at least try and get on the roof, see if there is something to look at. If there's either a window or even just a shite part of the roof.
So yeah, so you climb up. You're more than adept at doing such things. You clamber up using the metalwork and woodwork of the building. You get on top of it, and there is an incredibly filthy skylight type window that is on the rooftop, looking down into the alchemy shop.
Okay, can I see anyone? Can I see through that glass at all, even though it is really dirty?
You can, but it is blurred. And what's my equivalent of perception, Dave? Where's my page, you bastard? Are you look?
Sure, it's just perception.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's perception on there next to intelligence.
Intellect.
Intellect. Sorry.
Cool. All right, give me a perception check. And for the folks at home, how do you roll a perception check? 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 and then plus. I think then plus your perception or whatever stat.
Yeah.
Right. That's down we now.
Dave, you need to jump in more with these rules, pal.
So I've got
Years
perception.
ago.
So that's a 10 in total.
There we go, that's what I was looking for. No, that's a 10 in total. Cool. So you have a bit of scrub of the dust and grime and stuff that's on top of the... Where the fudge are you? There we go. Sorry, I'm just looking for a skill. Oh yeah, some of that's coming at you, just so you know.
Oh, yay.
That doesn't tell me on that. Anyway, cool. You scrub away some of the grime and stuff from the window, and you have a look through, and you excuse me, and you can see into the alchemist shop. Looking down in there, there is like a L-shaped workbench where various implements and tools that you can assume are alchemical in nature. There is a like tea urn type thing on a backbench that is working and on and steaming, and there are a few dirty cups near it. And then there's a set of stairs that lead up, and where you're looking down now, that second story, there must be a floor directly under you, but there's no ceiling to the first and second floor, so you can look straight down to the ground floor.
Okay, and is there people
There's nobody in there.
milling about?
There's
literally no one.
Nobody in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna climb back down and just let everyone down there know. Just being inside, 'cause it might be worth us waiting. So yeah, I relay that to you guys, but I know I can get up there, and I'm not sure, Bud. I'm not sure you can get up there.
Probably not.
We can help you. We can help you up there.
We've got rope. I'm sure we have rope.
Yeah.
Hoist you.
Tell you
Might
what,
just.
if you two, do you reckon you could get that window open and get inside? Because if you can, I don't mind just leaning against this wall and catching a breather as an old man. And whilst I'm saying this, I'm sort of vaguely checking my rifle. vaguely checking my rifle over. And just sort of like, if you two can get up there and give me the window open, any noise, and I'll see what I can do out here. But there's no way I'm getting on that roof.
Yeah. So it might be worth doing it now. Like I said, I didn't see anyone in there. They've just closed. Hopefully they've gone back and there's not a night shift making stuff or doing things. So yeah, if we can find the damn box.
So you climbing back up?
Yeah.
You climb back up, and you notice that the window is more just a plane of glass rather than a open-closed window. So to enter it, you would have to somehow remove the glass or smash it.
It's not going to work doing the whole smash.
I do this or this to them upstairs.
Just thumbs down, having to not very good at hand movements to him of trying to like show him that we'd need to smash it. So it might be a bit of noise.
You're just like
I sort of just bring the rifle more into view so they can see it in a sort of like, can we? I kind of want to, can we? And do this again.
Turn to Myra and go, if I get closer to the edge over towards where the guards are, I can at least drop on one and stab him.
probably get one as well, so... Or,
And-
you know, Spud's also pretty handy. So
Yeah, Spud can take him out if we fail miserably and break our
Yeah.
legs.
I'm not dropping down on one, but can get one from the roof.
2 stories onto a dude. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I can do that. It's fine. So if I like scoot over to the edge, like make sure it's not just going to give way and I just fall off
Can
instead.
can you stealth over? Unless you're just going to walk over.
I can indeed sneak.
Or
Absolutely.
sneak, sorry,
Yeah. Do you want me to roll for you?
yeah. I do.
Sneaking a thing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It should be on your paper. So that is 10.
Cool. You are... You're pretty confident that those below you haven't heard, and you sneak over and you look down and you can see now clearly that they are looking out from the door. This one is looking that way towards Spud.
Okay.
But yeah.
Uh,
And at a quick judgment, you reckon it's a bit of a drop, but doable with your experience in dropping from 25, 30 feet onto someone's face with a knife in your hand.
yeah.
So Dave tells me. It's called
So,
courting.
yeah, so I grab my, literally it's called an assassin's blade, I grab that. I'm kind of looking, going, if I miss this, then I'm going to get broken legs, so I might just try and, like, not half climb, but kind of go
So you-
down to the edge and hang on.
So
to it
sort of like
first
hang
of all.
on, like one-handed,
Yeah.
just lean back and then sort of give yourself an extra few feet
Yeah.
less to fall.
Yeah,
jump.
just 6 feet less on
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
the guy, just in case he suddenly goes, "Ooh, a penny," and steps forward for some reason, or I just downright miss.
I'm just gonna roll a percentile dice. There is no penny.
Damn. Okay. And yeah, and I nod to Myra if I can see her.
Myra, are you planning on
and-
doing Simba?
She wouldn't drop on somebody, but she would try and hit with them with a spell.
So you're gonna move to the edge as well, so you can see them.
I mean, his spells are quite ranged, but yeah,
We still need to see them.
yeah, true.
No blind
The
firing,
edge.
just blind.
So can you
Okay.
give me a sneak roll as you approach the edge?
Okay, sneak is over on the right. I've seen it. Aha.
Yeah.
Well, +1 apparently, so that is a 5. Multiply 2d6. That is 11.
11.
Hmm?
Again, you look across to Mercia, and yeah, you approach the edge. You get a couple of like look down. You look down, and you can see one's looking across the Spud, the other one's just sort of sword out, looking left and right, but more or less straightforward. Yeah, you're both elven elite sorcerer ninjas above two unsuspected targets at the moment.
Cool.
Are you 3, 2, 1 dropping or?
I don't know how spells work. Yay! So I kind of want to like arcane bolt him, but it's a 2 cost, whatever that means, and obviously the range is quite long.
Yeah, you're only 20 feet from him. So go on, Dave.
Before you cast anything or drop on anyone, I'm going to start coughing, and then if the guy that's vaguely looking in my direction looks more in my direction, I'm just going to point up.
No. No.
And then if he decides to look up, by the time he looks back down, I'm going to have my rifle aimed at him.
Okay.
Because
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
oh, this will be fun.
Oh, it's the persuasion bit then.
Mm.
If it helps, I don't have a list of skills to look at.
Oh no.
So I'm just saying them, and you, Dave, are you using Roll20?
That's fine. Yeah, I can do.
Well, you don't have to. I just need to know where you rolled. If you've got 2d6, just roll your 2d6, man. Is there a skill list in the book? Because I can't find it.
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
I'll try and find it. I got a 10.
You got a 10?
Yeah.
Alright, so skill resolution rolls. Oh, skills 171. There you go. If you want to be a dungeon master of any RPG, I suggest you go through the main rulebook and make notes of what pages to go on. Oh,
It's
yeah.
persuasion on your actual character sheet anyway. It feels this one.
Right, so
I used my negotiation skill there. I negotiated with him to look
it's
up.
negotiation rather than persuasion by the looks of it. So yes, you have occupational skills, military skills, and general skills, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your general skills can be most of them can be taken. Right, cool, that's fine. Right, so that's there we go. We're well prepared for this, kids. We're well prepared. So you got a what, mate? It's an 11 or 10?
10.
10. He does not look up.
Oh, what a bastard.
Okay.
He just sort of nods over to you in a do one sort of manner.
I'm gonna drop on Guy.
Cool. So this will be somewhat of a surprise on the old chap. So you drop. So do your sneak, attack, drop, death.
Right.
Roll.
So, because I'm behind him, I get a backstab.
Cool.
Which means on this I get an additional damage die as well, but only if I hit. So it should be right. See if I can figure this. So I rolled a 10, but I'm now trying to figure out what I need to add, if anything. Would it just be?
So when you're hitting, do you not add your power to it?
No, you've got to break their defense. So whatever the defense.
So their defense is 11.
Okay. So what did you roll, Grace?
I rolled a 10, and then is it
and then
plus?
you add your map.
Oh, then I add the map.
Yeah, because that's your melee attack, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd get a 16. No, you won't, because I'm looking at their stats, not yours. So whatever your mat is. This is smooth as,
worked
kids.
that out the other day.
Smooth as.
Oh, so plus 7, so I got 16. Plus, yeah, so it's a 17 in total.
So 17 in total. So you beat his defense by 6. Now your weapon should have a POW.
So the P and S next to where the square for the mat is.
Yeah.
You roll 2d6, then add that. And
Oh,
you have
plus my extra die.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
so
whatever that is, that gets the armor of the person gets taken away from your score, and that's the amount of damage. Whatever's
right,
left.
I might have to get a calculator out in a minute. Oh my god. Yeah. Right.
It's easy. I don't know what you're on about.
Bloody hell. 15 plus 2 from behind, so yeah, 17.
So what? That's your damage.
Yeah.
Does it soak any of that, Dave? Through.
Yeah. So that's 17.
Yep.
The armor, so whatever the armor value of the person that she's just hit.
That takes off,
Take
and
that
then
away
whatever's
from
left
him.
is the actual damage he's taken.
Yeah.
Cool. So his armor is 14. So he takes.
Excellent.
he takes 3 points off his vitality. Is your sneak attack a free strike?
That I know of. Yes.
Cool. It's important to confirm, because if it is, you can't target him with it because he's adept in parrying while armed with a hand weapon.
How would he
I
parry if
would
he
know
doesn't
for
have a gun?
now.
Just says while
I-
armed with a hand weapon, the character cannot be targeted by 3 strikes.
I don't know. Honestly.
Let's go with no for now.
Yeah, let's go with no.
So cool. You've done damage. You drop down. You stab your knife into his collarbone, where there's a little bit less protection through his armor and helmet, and you'll feel your blade sink in. Myra, I'm assuming you dropped more or less the same time, so you'll get a free strike as well. Spell.
She's not gonna actually drop.
Yeah,
so
spell.
she's just going to cast a spell.
You're
Smart, she stays out of range.
You're an elf on a rooftop. I just assumed you were dropping.
Nope.
So you do your spell.
So she's casting Arcane Bolt, which apparently is a cost of 2. I don't really know what that means.
Your arc skill.
Yep.
It basically means that if your arc skill at the end of each activation, whilst we're in initiative, if your arc skill gets to 0, you're exhausted.
You take it off.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So I've got 6 for my arc skill, so I just take off 2.
So that's your
now.
ammo, basically.
Yeah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So
Arc meaning arcane, Dave?
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless anyone in the chat knows his system as well, at which point.
no. But it just says magical bolts of energy streak towards the target.
We have Arcane with us in the chat. Hello, Mr. Roberto. So, you bolt your Arcane Bolt towards. What is the effect of the Arcane Bolt? Does it have a damage type?
Doesn't actually. Well, power 11.
Power 11? Jesus.
Yeah.
Does she add anything to that, Dave?
Yeah, 2 dice.
So
okay.
2d6 plus your 11.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty strong then.
He's
well, we say that, but then I've only rolled a 4, so it's 15 altogether.
So 15, and then does armor work against magic as well?
Yeah.
Right, so it's still exact same mechanic of absorbing it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so you got a 15?
Mhm.
His armor's 14, so your Arcane Bolt does 1 point of damage to that particular person. Yep. So,
Okay.
now we're rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, gold. Okay, so I just add. I didn't actually put my initiative in, which is really useful. So
Right, Dave, how do you roll initiative?
no, it's adding all these ones up. It's fine. I think I got it.
So everything's 2d6 basically, plus something.
14.
Yeah.
So 15 plus these.
So my initiative is 13.
Minus 15.
Plus-
Ah.
Plus 4. So my initiative is 17.
So Spud is 17.
20.
23. Send help.
23 on Mercia and 20 on Myra, yeah?
Mhm.
Their initiative is not as good. And the other one, not bad. So, Mercia, you react first to the one in front of you, who, as you stab them, they can't turn until their turn, can they?
I don't think so, no.
No, so you're currently in his back arc, I'd say.
Yeah. Whoever was closer to the wall. So, I realise I've not, I've maybe wounded him on that first one. I don't know what they make him out of here, but apparently they're tougher than I thought. So, what I need to do again is stab. I've still got the Assassin's Blade in my hand. It's literally take it out of him and just stab somewhere else really quick, hopefully in a squishy part.
Cool.
So with that, I'm still backstabbing, I guess.
You're still in his back arc until it's his turn and he can actually turn to face you.
Yeah. Right. Try this all again. So it was that plus Matt first time, wasn't it?
Yes, so Matt is melee, Rat is ranged.
Yeah. So first of all, that's 15.
So that's 15 to hit him, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you've beat his defense, so you've hit.
And then 6. Oh, 7. Plus that's 15. 15? Damage. Yeah.
So you do indeed find another squishy part, but your knife doesn't go all the way in and you just feel it pierce skin before you pull it back out. And you do a single point of damage.
Okay. And with that, I have one of the abilities, and I didn't mark which one exactly it was. I'm pretty sure after my attack I can back away up to like 12 foot.
Okay.
So on that I'm going to... Oh god, I've got a measuring tape.
I think it was kg.
Yeah, I think it is kg. So I will make a note of that.
117, I think it is.
So it's up to about there. So I'm literally just gonna move to about there. Ooh, or drag moving to the screen. There we go. Okay. And I think that's what I'm good with for this.
Cool. So that is your turn. It is now Myra's turn and the one that you arcane bolted. So you'll be going simultaneous. In fact, roll a d6, Mel. Tell me what you get. I got a 5.
Hey, I got 6.
Cool, you go before it. So I'm going to put you.
Okay.
I'm going to put you at 21. There you go.
She's actually going to pull out a crossbow because I've just looked up how to use it.
So roll 2d6 and add your rat. So your ranged attack.
Oh, why don't I have that on there though? Hang on. 12. Well, it's got 12 power on it.
Look at your main stats, so speed, strength, all that palaver. There should be a rat, R-A-T.
No, there's so each weapon has its own one. Like my bow is 9.
On a rat? Oh, okay.
I'm on it now. I'm literally on the page with it now. Right, it's just got the range. Power is 12.
Where did it?
So as a main attribute, do you not have? You should have speed, strength, mat, rat, defense.
No. No.
We have hit an impasse.
Yeah. Dave, do you know when you're like, oh Eddie, I really want to play Iron Kingdoms as an RPG? You know
I'm literally on the page now in the rulebook. Crossbow. Cost 20 GC, ammo 1, effective range 60 feet.
On your character
range
sheet,
300.
do you have a rat stat?
No, I don't.
Okay, so your rat is your poise, which is POI,
Yep.
plus your skill at using a crossbow. If you don't have a skill at using a crossbow...
I do have one skill, I think.
Okay, so it's your poise skill, so POI number, plus your crossbow skill number. Add
5.
those together.
Okay, 5 is my rat. There we go.
Yeah.
Yay, we got there in the end.
That's right,
Okay.
It took me ages.
And we worked this out yesterday as well.
Well, I wasn't expecting to use my crossbow, then I realised that I've only got 6 points to use in magic and I just used 2 of them already, so so I was like, hey, crossbow time. So we rolled 2d6 plus 5. So that will be 8 plus 5, which is 13.
You
I did that in my head.
You beat its defense, so you do damage.
Woo.
Roll 2d6 plus the power of the crossbow.
Well, that's what he said. It was the rat, though. The power was 12.
The rat was to hit. Yeah, so the power is 2d6 plus
okay.
12.
And then power.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I get you. Right. Okay.
Powers damage, rats hit.
Sorry. Right, so 14 damage. No, sorry, 16 damage.
16 damage.
Uh-huh.
Cool. So 16. It absorbs 14 of it because of his armour. So you do 2 points. So you're shooting the same one, yeah?
Yeah. We've got our targets, it's all good. We're used
Cool.
to this.
So that, yeah, but we've done this for years.
We've done this thousands of times before.
We are a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, old man stands down there, coughs.
So far, Spud's just shouted out how to stab someone, how to shoot your crossbow. just point the pointy bit at him. So it is now the chap that you've been arcane bolting's turn. Oh, I heard a ding.
Bits.
Rywan has thrown in
Ruin.
200 bits. Ruin. Reroll for 80. Ruin.
No.
Is it Ruin? Do we pronounce it Ruin?
Ruin.
Cool.
Yeah, he
I
said
read.
it was Welsh.
Ah, right. That didn't help me. But Ruin. Thank you. There you go. I'm in. Right. So I'll take a note. I don't think anyone's done that
Got a
before.
reroll.
Yeah. Well, I'm taking it. So it's a new rule I've just brought in that the DM can have rerolls.
I don't like that. Don't bring that on Tuesdays. Don't do it.
Right. So he's going to. Oh yeah.
Hold on, no, it's my die defense, 1 second.
Right, so the maintenance phase. Check for expiring continuous effects. Nope. Any other effects that occur during the maintenance phase are resolved. Nope. Control phase. Tends to upkeep spells, cost. Nope. Any other effects. Nope. Activation phase. Movement. Oh yes, it's all going on. Right, he's going to see you up top. So first of all, he's going to move to about there. And then turn to look up at you. Yeah. He's then going to raise his cannon shield at an angle to shoot at you on the rooftop. So, if he hits you, I'll be well impressed. 9. What is your defense?
My defense is 16. I've just added it up.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Up until that point, it was like, oh god, whose idea was this to attack these guys? Now, maybe.
I feel more comfortable if you come down in a melee, just saying. So yeah, he raises his shield, and you see the iron plating of it, and there is a small, maybe 6-inch protruding cannon head from the thing, and it charges up an energy shot, and then it just boom, fires up, and it just obliterates some of the roof that you are standing on. Give me a agility, is it? Give me an agility check.
Agility, I have to have written down. Yeah.
Hey.
Makes a change. 9.
9. Oh.
Mm.
Oh, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
10s.
I think it would be higher, wouldn't it? Really?
I'm too far away, I can't catch you.
So you will fall, Myra.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're coming down.
And you will take 1 point of damage to your physical spiral.
Okay.
You crunch down, you've just fallen 20 feet, you sort of put your arms out to try and stop yourself falling, which is why you don't completely die. Physique spiral, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah. And you just crunch down in front of him, but you do manage to stay on your feet, so you're not prone. That'll be his immediate turn, I think. Just give me a sec. Bam! Actions. Punch it in the face here. We can do a couple of quick actions. Where does that tell me what that is? Right, that's pretty cool. Right, cool. Yep. So that's his turn. Bam, bam, bam. Spud, you're up.
I'm getting my rifle out. And
It was
I'm
already out,
marching.
wasn't
Well, yeah, true. I'm using Fastcaster Actually, no, there's no point because his defense is so damn low. I'm shooting the guy closest to me, the one that's just taking a shot at Mira. So I rolled 10 plus my rat, which is 10, so I got 20.
Jesus, you just clip him.
Alright. And then I'm using, and then yeah, I'm going to cast Brutal Shot onto the bullet as I'm firing it through the rifle, which gives me an extra dice of damage.
Is this because you're a arcane gun mage?
Yeah, because I'm a gun mage, and I get 22.
22?
Yeah.
Jesus. His armour is 14, so you do 8 points of damage to the one that Myra's fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, should have shot the other one. So you, so your rifle, Myra and Mercer, you hear that common comes scorching across the alleyway. It hits the shield of the guard in front of you, Myra, and goes through his shield. It takes a big chunk out of the top left of the shield, hits the guy in the chest. He stumbles back a foot or two and then rights himself back in front of you, or near you. And yeah, there is just blood pissing out of where his armour's just been blown away from his shoulder and a bit of his chest plate.
Where
and,
he was.
The shield, yeah.
Yura kind of looks across. Nice to know you've always got my back, Spud.
Dead calm, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, wiping just like splatters off you. Just like, ugh.
There's me just sort of holding it left-handed, then going, whoops. And just moving back to right-handed.
So
Right.
now it is this lovely chap's turn. How far away are you?
Too close.
Oh, you're only 10 feet. That's a shame.
Yeah.
So, how did you work out the movement, Dave?
So your speed.
Yep, times 6.
Yeah.
Is how many feet it can move.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Bam. Right. So his movement will be into you, and then he'll swing that sword that you seen him earlier holding, and he will try to stab you in the face, Mercia.
Yay.
Ding 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 ding. Now that doesn't work unless. So when it says like 2 inch and stuff, is that times
An inch
6?
is 6 foot.
So just
Yeah.
times 6 by all them. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bit much. Yeah, he'll not be doing that. Right, cool. So he's going to stab you. Attempt to hit you with his sword.
Okay.
He rolled a 16. 6 and a 4 plus 6.
That was against my
Defense.
defense. Yeah, 14.
So it hits you. The sword cleaves into your chest area and does, Jesus again, 18 points.
Okay, and that's just my against my armor. Yeah, so my armor's 12.
So you take 6 points of that to your actual self. What order do the spirals go, Dave? Is it physique first?
If you roll a dice.
So if I roll, right, it's 1, 2,
yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I understand it.
Yeah.
So that's 6 points off your physique. I used to play Hordes, so I'm
Yeah.
slowly getting back to fucking. It's all coming back to me, Dave.
Right, I've got to play Gorm.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. No. Right. Okay.
Cool. So that'll be his lovely turn. So that's end of round 1. That's combat. That's easy. That's easy. We've got this, kids. We've got this. Just you know, one of my dice is a Bardic Inspiration D6, and out of the last 3 or 4 rolls, 3 of them have been 6s, and the other one was a 5. So if you want great dice,
The weighted right. No. No.
specially ordered.
The one that rolled a 6 for me was also.
Right, we're back round. It is now Mercia's turn. You have one of the guards with his cannon shield and sword and armour, etc. in your face.
Okay. I'm not great at remembering orders that you can do for combat. So I know I want to attack and move out the way.
So you can't interrupt your movement. So you can do one, then the other, but you can do them in any order.
Yeah, so because he's now facing me, for some reason my dagger's not as good. So hopefully, just gonna punch him in the face and then move away. So this is where I'm not sure, because I have unarmed, but I don't know kind of the damage and stuff that
So
does.
with your prowess skill, so PRW plus your
Strength.
skill in unarmed,
Oh, okay.
that would be your
Hit.
melee attack to punch him in the face. And
Okay.
then your strength is literally your strength stat.
That's fine. She's not good because someone just stabbed me. Right. So, yeah. God's sake. Yeah, see, my bardic inspiration dice keep trying to roll really, really low.
Faulty, obviously. We need to buy more.
We do. We need-
I've obviously touched them. It's obviously-
Yeah.
Can we have them from Luke, please? We prefer those ones.
Luke ships them all. Luke ships them all.
But you touched these. You sullied them.
Did not.
Right.
Mel was talking to Luke on the day, and that's what. So what did you get? What did you get,
So
Mercia?
for the first one, it's if I can math, I'm literally having a problem there. 17.
17. That beats the defense of the guard, so you will hit. So now your damage is your
My
2d6 plus strength.
Yeah. So I've got -2 to strength at the moment, so
Ugh.
9.
Jesus. You punch him in the face, and your hand just contacts the side of his helmet, and you reckon you're going to have a bruised fist in the morning as you do no damage. You can't get through his armour.
Okay. And once I've done that, hopefully it's like made his helmet ring like a bell.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, me going. Ah. I need gauntlets. It's fine. And then I want to move, and then I can just do my movement afterwards, can't I?
Yep. You can't interrupt movement, which is the
No, that's fine. What can I do
key
up here?
one. Well, because
Maybe
obviously
I'll
some
put my bow out.
RPGs you can break it up.
About there. So if I do it to about there, so I've got like 42 movement.
Jesus, cool.
So after that, I'm just because I need to go through this properly. So I'm just literally gonna like punch and run.
That's fine.
And that should be it on this one.
So Mercia, that is your second turn. We are now to Myra.
I have, obviously I don't really know how movement works in this, but I have 36 foot of movement. So would I be able to get back up on the roof?
It's a 20-foot climb with broken bits that probably help you climb. You can give me a... it's got to be... Yeah, I'm just thinking now if
There
there's
is a climb skill.
Yeah, there is a climbing
that's
skill.
What I'm looking for, a climb skill.
Which is agility.
It's agility based, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have the climb skill?
I don't know, because I've got as far as putting skills.
Untrained
No.
climbing. So make climbing rolls normally. Then your character attempts to climb plus climbing
So-
roll. Right, so you don't add anything to it other than your agility. Climbing skill would give you extra numbers to add, but you
Right,
don't
so
have
just roll 2d6 plus agility.
Yes.
Okay, that I can do. Right, that is 11.
11. Yeah, you scramble up. You manage to get up there. It will take you, I'll say, all your movement. So you
Yeah,
are literally at the lip of the roof.
I figured it probably
So
would.
you can-
I'm about 5 foot from there.
You can still be seen, but you are back up the thing.
From
Right.
my range spot, yeah.
So that's your movement. You can still use an action. Quick actions are essentially you can just for you as a caster, if you don't move, you could cast a spell as a quick action. Which means you could do a quick action, cast a spell, then shoot someone with your crossbow in one turn as long as you didn't move. But that's more of an FYI for later. Obviously, session 2 of this will be slick as.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's probably just going to shoot him with her crossbow gun because that worked quite well last time. So
Yeah,
now I
cool.
have to do it.
Cool. So 2d6.
2d6 plus the rat, isn't it?
Yep.
Okie doke. Hey, once I get my numbers down, I'm fine. 14.
14. You beat his defense, so you successfully hit. Now let's see if you damage. I do like the fact that you can still hit a creature and not damage it.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre. So it's 2d6 plus my power, yeah?
Power of the crossbow, yeah.
Yes. So that is... I'm rolling quite nicely with these 2 dice. These 2 dice can stay. 9 plus 12...
Oh, 21. So you... With his last point of vitality, you... Hang on, have I fucked that up? 2 seconds. I don't think I have. I'm just going to check something. No, I'm fine. La 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 la. Right, so yeah, as his last point, you scramble up the building, you turn around, you reload your crossbow and you fire, and your crossbow bolt just, where the shoulder plate got blown away from Spud's shot and leaves him exposed, sinks down to the quarrel bit of the feathered bit at the back end of the crossbow bolt. They won't be feathered, these. I mean, boy, well, they're not feathered. These are just slick crossbow bolts made out of wolverine claw. And it disappears. You see the bolt just disappear into this poor chap's body. And he drops to his knee, falls forward onto the stairs in front of the shop. Blood pisses out everywhere. It's a wonderful scene. You got nothing else left, Myra, so that's your turn. He's dead. So, Spud.
Can you reach?
I retch a little bit.
As if you've never seen blood before at 60 with one eye.
Not with my right eye. And I level my rifle sort of at the gentleman further back. And I roll to I go to see if I can shoot him, and I get 17.
17 beats his defense.
Lovely, and I'm gonna cast brutal shot
Jesus
on the bullet
Christ.
inside the rifle again.
That does an extra damage dice, yeah. And what's the power of the? So
power
you're rolling plus 10.
Yeah.
Don't bother rolling, Spud.
Alright. I really just want to let you know that I did 21 damage.
Oh, you're one short, mate. One short.
Shit. In that case.
You do obviously cast arcane shot. Do you have the same as Myra, where you have arcane?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, you have used whatever cost equivalent that is of thingy. Again, you hear that as it essentially burns the air particles around it as it scorches through the air, and just as he's about to turn and chase Mercia, he just catches it full in the face, and it takes him off his feet, and he just lands on the floor a bloodied mess. You are no longer in combat. Boom.
They were harder than we thought they were gonna be. Thank you, Spud.
So
Sort of, I put the rifle butt on the floor and sort of like lean on it.
Yeah. But if those kind of guards were guarding this kind of shop, what the heck are we doing?
Breaking in.
Yep.
No shit, Spud.
Is the door actually open, or should I just go in and open it from the inside?
Well, are you gonna smash the glass?
Yeah.
You want to smash the glass? You can go smash the glass. I'm
You
gonna.
just want to break stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
So, Mercia, as you get to the door, without warning, there's an ear-shattering explosion bursts from within the workshop, blasting out the windows, throwing all of you there to the ground, Myra, did you climb down, or are you going to smash the window?
I was still on the roof.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
give me an agility check. The target number will be slightly higher.
That's a 9.
A 9, cool. You hit the deck, and you take 5 points of damage to your physique.
I've only got 4 left.
Right, so your physique's gone. So it moves on to agility now. So carry the damage over to your agility spiral.
Yep.
Yep.
And if your physique's crippled, you get, I think it's -2 for strength.
-2 to strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be too bad for you because you use a crossbow, but if you were using a sword, having that 2 off is obviously quite brutal. But yeah, you just land. Mercer and Spud, you get thrown back a little bit further. You so without warning, this here shouting explosion burst from within the workshop, blasting out the windows and throwing you all to the ground, including Myra off the roof onto the ground. Unnaturally coloured flames fill the night sky for a moment, followed by gouts of smoke pouring from the rooms of the small building. A man in the Order of the Golden Crucible colours stumbles out of the front door, wreathed in flame. He tears the gas mask from his face and shouts, "They've got it! They've got it!" before falling flat in the doorway, revealing an obviously mortal wound in his back. The door of Tom's workshop is blocked with burning timbers, and the house itself is rapidly being consumed by the flame. As you pull yourselves to your feet, you realise the 2 men you were fighting have vanished in the confusion.
Disappearing corpses?
Yep.
Crazy.
Or taken.
Or taken. Yeah,
And
maybe
you've got that ringing in your ears, and you're sort of looking around the place. A good minute or 2 passes before you actually gather yourselves and stand.
Yeah, it's just constant where you're like, I can't hear anything going on. I don't know what the guy actually said. It's just explosions.
I'm pretty sure this was a fucking setup.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So whilst
Myra?
you are, just to be clear, because I may have crossed wires, the cult and the Golden Crucible are different entities.
Okay.
Cool.
Just in case because I think I merged that earlier in
Yes.
explanation. So yeah, so that is 2 entities. One wants the box delivered by yourselves, and the Golden Crucible seem to be after the box as well. And the 2 lads that you were just fighting are Golden Crucible, and the one that.
Box.
Is it still all on fire then?
Oh yeah, it's fully on fire. 2 minutes have passed. It's still an explosion, and the building is tear-assing itself. The debris in front of you, if one of you was pretty hefty, probably not you in this current state, Myra, you could probably shift some of the debris maybe to have a look. But yeah.
God knows what's in there. Like, I'm not going in there to get some goddamn box to save this guy's family. Like,
Who should leave?
The colourful smoke and gas that's pouring out of an alchemist shop. You saw that the guy that came out had a gas mask anyway. You reckon if you were to go foraging through the debris, you'd either all need a gas mask or just one of you wearing his.
that's gonna. I'm with you, Spud. Like, that's gonna raise an awful big alarm of people maybe coming running. Especially if we've just got messed up in the wrong kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go in there and have a look, but I don't know if this box is going to require me and someone else, or.
I mean, I could probably get us in there.
Mira, can you still see through the window at the top?
The
or is that...
non-existent
oh,
window.
No. Yeah, and you're on the floor now.
Yeah. It's one big window now.
Everything's a window.
There is a small alley that runs down the other side of the building. So you don't need the map right now, you're in a bit freeform, so just speak rather than move little tokens about. But yeah, there is a small alley that runs down the other side of the building.
Run down there then because of the ground back.
Yeah.
If there is a back exit.
So as you all run down that small alley, Harry, you're a wizard.
Harry!
Harry's here, over your foot. So It's all Harry's fault. This entire thing is Harry's ex is coming for vengeance. In addition to being littered with like mundane trash and junk, it appears that it's been used as a bit of a dumping ground by the alchemists, this alleyway. There's like toxic alchemical reagents and a sludge pool around broken and discarded glassware, laboratory devices piled high, essentially just shoved out of the window that you can see, that has got smoke pouring out of it, but not as thick as other areas. After the 2 minutes have passed, there is a somewhat lessening in flame, but not enough that you'll feel confident ploughing through. The entirety of the building's interior, as you look now through this smoky window, is a single large room, and then you can see the L-shaped, almost balcony-esque area that Mercia saw looking down from the window. There is the room's a mess for obvious reasons, in disarray, and there's a smouldering blast mark that dominates the rear of the long room. There's workbenches, tables on the sides, pools of bubbling and toxic substances spreading on the floor that are catching light. Splashes of oddly coloured liquids are all over the walls. The fires gutter amid the wreckage, providing enough light to see in the room, but obviously they're now picking up on some of these spilled liquids. Against the back wall of the room is a set of alchemical burners, glassware and flasks that seem to have been used primarily to probably cook food, maybe at the far end. Through the smoke you can see a man dressed in a leather apron and work clothes beneath the flaming wreckage, lying in a pool of blood. You don't need to make a roll to know that that poor chap is dead. He's an elderly chap, not as old as Spud. Not many humans make it that far. Spud's a bit of a unique example, unless you are rich and balls hard. But yeah, you could probably make an educated guess that that is the alchemist that runs the shop, Jarvis Tom.
Okay.
Is there any sign that anyone's kind of been out this way? Any kind of tracks? Any kind of anything that we can see?
Give me a forensic check, is it?
So what's forensics?
What now?
Give me an intellect check. There's got to be a. Is there a track in
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be very good at intellect.
If we're tracking, like, is it just Mel rolls for this one? Or if we're all just-
Mel's the one that asked, so Mel's the one that rolls.
I've got survival one. Is that
Yeah, there's actually tracking, so.
Yeah.
No, I went with forensic for finding evidence. There you go, cool. So, yeah, roll me a tracking. You don't have, so it's a perception check. And if you've got skills in tracking, you can add it, but you don't, I don't believe.
I didn't put any.
No. Do you have tracking, Mercia?
Yes.
I will say that you lot are obviously trying to put together a mercenary charter. You know that if you're going to start tracking, Mercia does the tracking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know where someone else's skills lie.
Yeah,
you're the sneaky roguey type.
Yeah, you've not just that. So, Mercia, you can make the tracking roll if you so wish.
Cool.
Stay back and look pretty.
Look at me. Look at my hair flow.
Yes, 16.
16? God damn. They went that way. So, yeah,
That's why she's better at this.
there's several of them that went that way. They, there's probably about half a dozen. You see the booted prints around. By the weight that they've made the imprints in the sludge and debris that's back here, they're heavy booted, so probably armoured. They're not moving as swiftly as you would, so whatever they're wearing is heavy, or whatever they're carrying is heavy. And like I say, it was half a dozen of them. But you also see drag marks where maybe they cabooted with possibly two bodies. But they managed to shift with those two bodies, so you are aware that they've got some either very strong folk with them, or they had it as help. There's something that enabled them to grab two bodies and do one down this alley. And you see the alley fuck off out the far side of the warehouses into the main streets again of the city.
So we're going after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, before you set off after them, it's 9:30, and as with all our lovely tabletop shows, at around 9:30, we have a break. So we're going to have a quick break. We're going to grab a brew and a bit of a bio break. Spud has lit up red, which looks pretty badass. I'm pretty sure you should be doing some sort of advert for some coming this summer. One-eyed Spud takes out the Scarecrow. So you yeah, we're gonna have a quick break. At the break, you'll see a little poster banner thing pop up. It will say having a break, but it'll also show you the details of our 48-hour charity stream that we're doing at the end of August from the 28th to the 30th. 48 hours of tabletop and Xbox, PC gaming, etc. Earning some, or trying to get a few quid together for these, for Mind charity, which is mental health, Rainbow Trust charity, which is for poorly children, and Mermaids charity, which is a pride charity. Go Google them, find out more about them. You can find details on Heavyweight Gaming Facebook to follow the link. It's also justgiving.com/team/heavy48. Should take you to our page. If you can't find it and you want to, please feel free to whisper me on message on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. That'd be lovely. Yeah, so we're gonna have a quick break. So we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. So please stick around. I hope you've had a laugh watching us pester Dave on the rules. It is slowly becoming a bit more obvious now we've done the rules, and my memories of playing Hordes is coming back to me. It's only taken an hour and a half. But yeah, so we shall see you in about 10-15 minutes, kids. Right. You should be able to hear me now, folks. Right, we're back, in case you haven't noticed. Welcome to the channel. If you just joined us, great. We're playing Iron Kingdoms for the first time. So, as pointed out already, it is a bit start-stop, but I played Hordes back in the day, so some of the rules are now coming back to me and crossing over pretty well. We've kind of got rid of the... is it a 2d6? It is a 2d6, and then we've got past that bit. Dave is our super rules set guy who is also remembering lots of stuff he did it before. But yeah, we're having a bit of fun. It's good. We're doing a starter adventure, to be fair, called Fool's Rush In, which I think is quite apt. It's a very quick adventure. So what I might do is I've got a couple of ideas to extend said adventure so we can get a few more sessions out of it, because it is really quick. But yeah, so thank you for watching, if you're still watching. If you're not, you can't hear me say that, so I don't care. And yeah, hopefully you checked out the 48-hour stream stuff during the break. If you need any information, further information, you want to get involved, anything like that, please send me a whisper, a Twitter, a Facebook, etc. Can you type that one in chat, please? With the longest name. Your name. Full name of Spud's character.
What was it again?
Oh god, alright.
Type it in.
Whatever the blah blah Spencer. Brilliant, Tess. Brilliant. I need it. I hope you're going to be sending me all this fan art that you are doing, Tess, seeing as you're on every show that we do. So just before, these lot have been... well, they've decided to put a mercenary charter together, and to get sign off on it, one of the captains, Captain Rock, has said, look, my family's been kidnapped by this cult. I need you to go get a box from the alchemists down the road, Mr. Tom's, and deliver it to this cult. But, however, the Golden Crucible are also after it, so you're going to have to watch your backs. He didn't say that, but he should have. And they've said, cool, what's the payment? He said, I'll tell you what, I'll sign your charter if you go get the box. And they've said, right, cool, we'll go get the box. And that's pretty much what happened in part one. They ended part one with turning up to the alchemist shop and going, you see those two knobheads over there guarding? I think we should climb up a building, go up behind them, and then leap like a salmon from the sea upon them. They didn't die in a single strike, so it turned into a bit of a ruck. But then Spud turned up with a 50 cal and a peg gun from the 1990s and put a hole in two of them, and then there were some spells cast. It was really cool and wonderful, and they died. Then the alchemist blew up, as always happens when you try to break into an alchemist shop. It blew up. A member of the Golden Crucible walked out, tore his gas mask off and shouted, they've got it, and collapsed on the floor. The two that they just killed were taken in the confusion of them getting blown back from the building, and these three have decided to make chase with Mercia tracking at speed. So 3, 2, 1, guys, back in the room.
We're tracking and going as fast as we can drag Spud.
Jesus.
I don't know, I think Mira's pretty injured.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Me
about
and you just bleeding as we go.
To be fair, I should be the one carrying both of you.
You are carrying us.
Oh, great.
So Myra, you are in a bad way. You are finding it very difficult to keep any sort of pace with them. Your physique spiral is non-existent. You are holding onto the wall, limping, almost pulling yourself along every now and then. Mercia and Spud, it doesn't take you too long to realise Myra's not in a state to chase down anyone. Maybe if they stop and wait for you, you'll catch them. But if you carry on at this pace, you will leave Myra behind.
Okay.
Mercia, you go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep
I'll
tracking
keep tracking them.
I'll look after Myra.
I'm fine, I don't need anything, I'm fine.
You remember I know how to do basic medicine. I mean, just let me try.
I'm gonna keep following just in case
Cool.
the
So
something.
Mercia will head off down the alleyway out into the busy main street of the city, and once you leave the alleyway, give me another tracking check. Spud, what are you doing to Myra?
I do have the medicine skill, so I'm just going to try and patch things and put some bandages on and try and stop the bleeding. And
healing is not something I looked up. Why would that? So you're doing medicine.
You obviously don't need it.
It's an intellect check with it, and you don't have medicine, did you say, or you do?
I do.
Right, so you've got a couple of extra points in it, yeah?
Yeah, a couple.
You did what?
No, yeah. Just one, yeah.
Oh no.
What did you roll?
14?
What did you roll on the dice?
9.
Cool.
And plus my 5 for medicine.
Cool, so you got a 14 on your medicine. Now you're going to have to tell me how healing works, man.
Right, so healing works. Generally, for fast healing such as this, you would probably do it magically, or with a alchemist who has some form of potions. We don't have any spells which can heal us quickly, and we don't have an alchemist who can create some form of potion to help heal us.
So you've told
basically
me nothing.
All I've done, pretty much, is sort of put some Hello Kitty stickers on her boo-boos and gone, I'm fairly sure this will be fine, it doesn't look infected.
What did you get, a 14?
Yeah.
Right, I can tell you what you've done. Right, so when all vitality points are marked, you're not. Slow recovery, injury table. Jesus Christ, that's not roll that just yet. You don't need to roll that till you're on your ass. I'm just having a look when you lose a spiral. Right, cool. So you aren't incapacitated, so that's good. So you got a 14, so you are able to diagnose a common disease or poison, i.e. she's in a shit state. You can set broken bones, which you're alright, you might have received, a cracked rib or two, but we'll let you off. And you can stabilise a grievously injured character, but she's not grievously injured. So you are good there. But as for actual healing, this is badly injured characters can suffer from slow recovery, in which they do not recover lost vitality points at the normal rate, so that's fine. Medicine roll gets determined by the action attempted. I'm not sure you can actually heal them.
It's more of I've sort of, given her a hug and some kind words and put a couple of plasters up her boo-boos.
But if you're gonna role play not doing anything, don't roll dice, alright? You have to be searching for fucking 7 pages of medicine rolls for you to turn around and go, yeah, I'm just telling her she'll be fine.
It's a learning experience.
How do you actually heal them? That's my question.
You need actual healing equipment, spell, an entity of something, whether it be a potion, some sort of weird ass stim pack, a magic spell, or you rest up.
Okay. Usual
Spud
healing
aiming his
methods,
rifle at
okay.
you and going, "You be right," is not a healing.
It's always healing to me. Fine. I'll be fine.
Use the magic spell, kiss it better. Jesus, that's come from Saturday's game. I do like the fact that the community is, crossing the streams. Mainly Tess, who watches everything, but yeah. So,
You want me to roll another tracking?
Yes, Spud checks you out, and you have a rest in the alleyway. Mercia, you are now in the busy street. Night has fallen, so give me your tracking roll.
Cool. So I rolled an 8 plus 6 for tracking.
So 14. Cool. With your 14, you think that you catch the symbol of the golden crucible again. So you kind of follow it. and you go through, and you can see now that there is indeed half a dozen people, and they are carrying the two that you two had killed. Now seem to be not up and running, but are moving of their own accord with help. But they're sort of sluggish and limping, in a similar state to what Myra was. As you keep going, you get to the dockside of Corvus's dockside neighbourhood area. You get to that dockside, and you can see that they get on board a very large shipping container. Large ship with containers on it, sorry. It's just a floating container. And you look behind you, and you can see the smoke billowing up into the air from Tom's alchemist workshop where you left your friends. So you can see around that there are like seedy taverns, loitering thugs. You notice that the marking on the pier where they are is Pier 16, and it's a rundown pier. Some of its wooden supports look like deteriorated. Stench of rotting fish is heavy in the air. The boards beneath your feet are black and slick from damp. But as you look down that pier, you can see a large barge moored to the left of the pier. There's a sturdy ramp that's been pulled up onto it. Barge's name is painted across its prow, but it's degraded over years of neglect. You can barely make out the words "The Sullen Wench" was the name of this barge.
Does it look like they're getting ready to move off in this barge?
Give me a detection roll.
Well, do you know what stat that is?
Detection is... Well, that's deception.
Oh,
I can see
it's
it,
perception.
actually.
Sorry,
Perception,
me being an
yeah.
idiot.
But still.
4 plus
You got a skill level.
7 in total.
7 in total?
Yeah.
You can't tell from this. You're staying out of the way just so you don't get spotted. But you do notice that they go onto that barge.
Okay. And there was the shite tavern just nearby.
There's several shite
Oh,
taverns.
there's loads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like the Sawdust Swearwords.
It's got a franchise going.
Our taverns are absolutely lovely. Thank you very much.
They
Not
are.
allowed
They have
fire.
really good bartenders in them.
Right. And I'm guessing because it's kind of getting, well, it's night time now. It's still bustling, but not as bad. Right. What I'm going to do. So you said it was here
16. 1 6.
15, wasn't it? Yeah. Right. So I'm going to see if I can see like a small child like begging or anything nearby. If there's even a beggar nearby.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Like hanging outside the taverns and other buildings, where the dock workers are passing and stuff, and they're just holding their hand out, grubby as. There is a couple of young uns that might be children. There is a couple of older folk. There is a massive ogre type chap. Is it Ogren? Am I getting that right? Where have I got Ogren from? It is Ogren, isn't it? Yeah, there's a massive Ogren in rags just leaning against the wall. He's sat against the wall of this nearby tavern, and he's still about 4 feet tall.
Okay, the reason why I was going to look for someone possibly begging or something is I'm going to try and find one to give like a slip of paper and a bit of gold to them, and send or give the bit of paper back to Spud, and just like let them know where we are, see if they can keep up, because I don't really want to take my eyes off them in case they then.
So you're gonna give a beggar some money to deliver a message to friends you can't see. Cool.
Yeah.
So you walk up to. Are you walking up to the kid, the human-looking, or the big one?
Fine. Kid.
So you run up to the kid, covered in dirt, grime. You can't tell anything about this kid other than they are young. They just look up at you. Have you got any? Can you spare any change?
Yeah. So
Definitely
just,
faking it.
so I have Streetwise.
Cool.
So I don't know if
What does Streetwise do? Is it a skill
so
or a feat?
Skill.
Cool. So let me know what it does. Do you have to do a roll? Where's your Streetwise? Let me find it. Streetwise, give me a roll.
Yep. 12.
12. 2
Like
seconds.
7. For some reason, that's one of my highest skills.
Streetwise. You're trained in it, yeah?
Good
Yeah.
rogue.
So you got a 12, right. Casual notes on the street, sort of meet a low-ranking criminal, the character does not personally know. Cool. So with your Streetwise roll, you notice that the kid is looks around. They're looking to make sure that the other kids in the begging area have got eyes on them. From your Streetwise roll, you reckon they are definitely of a criminal element, but not much higher. Could you ascertain?
Okay.
So he's just looking at you. Can you spare some money?
I can give you some money, but you have to send a note to a couple people, and then when you come back with them,
am I sending the note or delivering the note?
you're delivering the note.
Oh.
But to get paid, you have to bring it back with. You have to bring them. You have to come back with them. Otherwise, you ain't getting paid.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yay. 9 plus. That's another 12.
12. 2 secs. Ah, what a bastard. Okay. How much? What is the currency in Iron Kingdom, Spud?
Gold.
Gold, cool. How much?
Yeah.
Use your reroll,
Gold.
lady. I'm saving it for the boss fight. If there is a boss fight, nobody knows. So,
I'll give you a couple
of gold.
Yeah.
He looks at his feet and then but you can see that he's trying to look left and right to make sure his pals are in place. Yeah, I'll do it for a couple of gold. He's a lot more confident about his begging skills.
That's fine.
Where
so
are
like
they?
I said, so you see where that building's on fire over there, with all the massive black plumes of smoke?
Right, everyone can see that.
Yeah, making sure. They're just on the corner of that building. But
Do you want me to go get them now?
yeah.
Cool.
So just say Mercia wants you to come this way, and I give him like a note, just saying kind of like whatever corner of the tavern I'm on.
Yeah, well, you're not far from Pier 16. You're pretty sure that if they start heading in your direction towards Pier 16, you'll see them anyway.
Yeah, but if they're still there because someone's injured and can't move, then they might not.
Okay.
But I don't want to take eyes off possibly the box, and I'm not going near him without backup.
Without Spud. We know what you mean. You
I
need
need
Spud's
Spud.
rifle. You need Spud's rifle, which is a euphemism. So the kid is more than happy to earn his couple of gold, or her couple of gold, their couple of gold, and is like stood to attention, takes the note, and boof, just runs across the main street and off into the crowds and such. Spud, Myra, a dirty little street urchin, just comes running up and is sort of running backwards and forwards, the same street urchin, left and right at the end of the alleyway. Then looks down the alleyway, sees you two, and just starts shouting, "Hey, excuse me! Do you know Mercia? Elven lady, blonde hair. She's got a knife on her."
Yes, we know. What do you want?
She says you got to go to her.
Alright, where is she?
She's over by Pier 16.
How do you know about this?
Because that's where I was when she met me. We go way back. I think she's going to be my wife one day.
Bollocks. But,
Not my bollocks, my wife. Come at me, Dave. Come at me.
Alright. So you're taking us down there, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you walk there?
Nope. Not very well.
Fine.
Alright, we go with her. We go with the child.
Cool.
At Mira's pace.
Right, cool. So it would have been about 15 minutes, but it's going to take you half an hour. So the kid's kind of just stood, like, sets off, looks over the shoulder, realises you are, runs back. Come on, come on. And then sees Myra limping. It's like, how'd you do that?
Some bad people.
Ah, that old chestnut. Are they dead?
Yep.
Did you kill them?
Partly.
Wow. Did you kill the other part? One eye?
Yeah.
Did you use that gun?
Yeah.
Cool. You shouldn't really be walking around killing people. It's illegal. I should tell the City Watch. Shut up. Give me a.
Yeah.
Put you roll for it as well.
Damn right, I'm going to make you roll for it. Intimidation.
Where's intimidation? What is intimidation?
Social. It's a social skill. If you haven't written it down, you're not throwing extra numbers.
Social. I'm pretty sure that's
Socials.
one you decide.
Yeah. So, Mira, if you decide that you want to intimidate them through how strong you are, it would be 2d6
okay.
plus
Not
your
right
strength.
now.
I'll bleed on you.
I'd probably be more down the persuasion route.
Alright, so roll a persuasion check.
Okay. That is a 10.
Ooh, give me a sec. You say sharp, and they look at you and be like, I mean, I can be quiet, that's no problem, but I'm just saying if the City Watch ask me if I've seen anyone with one eye, sorry, when I say seen anyone, I won't make a joke, Mr. One Eye, but I might have to tell him, you clip him round the ear. Give me an agility check, roll an agility roll. Well, that's not great. You got to beat a 10.
12.
Cool. You clip him around the ear, and you scoot them along the floor. Well, hey, what's that for? So I thought you looked like a penis, is it? And they are about 20 feet from you now, just sort of in the street. I'm just an upstanding citizen. And he's shouting now. She, he, they. It's a little boy. Fuck it.
It's so covered in dirt. You just.
So covered in dirt that it looks like me.
I take out 5 gold and be like, you want this? Come back here. Less than a lip. Take us to Mira.
Persuasion check.
No, Mercia.
I was to take it, Mary.
The M name's got you.
They're right there. They're right there, but.
Well, 7?
7.
Yeah.
He looks at you.
Plus whatever skill you decide.
Persuasion.
It's a social skill.
Alright, so what.
Oh wait, yeah. So plus 3. Sorry, 10.
Yeah, no, that's cool, because you needed a 9. Cool, so he looks at you, sort of starts shuffling forward, and he's no longer shouting upstanding citizen. And he holds his little grubby hand up.
I give him 3 and go, you get the other 2 when we get to.
Oh, what is it with you lot and always promising more later?
because we're used to this.
Mm.
They should be hiring kids. You know, there's adults everywhere.
I don't want to hire an adult. They can hurt you more than kids can physically.
You're not there, so why am I arguing with you? So she's in my head. She's in my head. All right. Well, okay. Then he carries on walking. She needs to get a move on. Like, it's getting dark. I've got to get home and go to bed.
I mean,
Go and make myself look presentable for Mercia.
Have you got? Is it a boy or a girl, or are we just saying child?
It's a boy. It's a boy. It's way easier for me to say boy.
Right. I say to the boy, he was just like, "Well, have you got anything to make her move quicker? You got any potions? Anything?"
I got a portion. Cost you 5 gold.
he's a beggar. Like, he's not gonna have a potion on him. Just like moves slightly quicker.
What is the?
Goot.
What's the equivalent of insight on here? Let's have a look. Roll the deception checks, bud. Just to see if you can spot whether they're lying or not. Oh, detection. Roll detection, mate. Sorry. We'll go with that.
11.
11. He's pretty confident that he's got a potion on him. Yeah. Brilliant bastard. Fucking hate kids. Just blow him away, mate. Brutal shot, mate. Straight in between the eyes. And then loot the corpse. What could possibly go wrong?
Sorry, did no one tell you Iron Kingdoms is a Bethesda game? Kids can't be killed.
Right. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we?
Can we see the pier from here?
No.
He's actually already told us where the pier is.
You can't see it from here, no. You guys have just left the alleyway at your great speed. About 5-6 minutes has passed as you've been gobbing off at him and hitting him. You are now in the main street, and then you've got to go across the main street and down a few more extra roads. You can see where the dock area will be, but you can't see specifically Pier 16.
Mira's kind of like gonna look towards Spud and just be like, just leave them.
Alright.
Well, I ain't leaving you because Mercer's giving me some money, so I need to stay with you and make sure you get back there. What if someone attacks
You
you?
better hurry up then, but hadn't you?
I'm walking. I'm walking backwards, and you still can't catch me. It's not me that needs to hurry up. But if you drink this magic potion, you'll be healed, and you can run as fast as I can. And he sort of jogs on the spot.
I'm assuming we're doing this while walking.
Well, yeah, at Myra's great
Best
pace.
as we can.
It's like 2 forward, 3 back, mate. You know what I mean?
For the kid, I mean.
So do you want the potion? And he reaches in amongst these horrific rags and pulls out a little bowl full of a mucky liquid, like brownie water type stuff.
I'm not drinking that.
Make you feel better. 5 goals. And he's still obviously
It's having
walking
to make me
backwards.
feel better.
Yeah, but it won't heal your wounds. This, you better fly. Or maybe not fly. I'm lying about that.
Talking about a lot of things, though, man.
Like what? Can't believe you just called me a liar. Keeps walking. You keep hobbling.
Whilst we're on the main street,
Yep.
are there any, like,
Other.
apothecaries or
Oh, okay. Give me a perception roll.
priests or like temples of Menoth or anything?
Hey, don't be rocking out the world law, mate. What are you playing at? You know what I mean?
Well,
12.
Give me a go.
Yeah, there are other stores and stuff. I mean, it is night time. Some of them are genuinely closed, or at least all lights off. But there are a couple of places that are still open. You reckon one of them looks like an apothecary,
Okay.
but you don't see a Temple of Men off nearby.
I turn around to Mercer, Mira, and go.
Jesus.
You stay with the kids. I'm just gonna bimble over there for a second.
So you're going to bimble over to the apothecary, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So as you head over to the apothecary, Mercer, you're just keeping an eye on the ship, on the barge. You notice while you're looking at the barge that 5 dressed the same as the 2 that you fought, are now on the top deck of this barge. And they're just kind of stood there, just walking around on the barge and chin-wagging away and stuff. Yep.
Okay, but there's no like movement of people on and off, or
No, they've just seemed to have come up from beneath, and they are now on top deck. 5 of them that you can see.
Okay,
Very
so-
similar. The armour that you saw and the cannon shields from those outside the alchemist.
So I'm sticking in the shadows, like on the corner, so I can, or a corner, so I can see for when they arrive with the kid, hopefully, and I can still see the boat. But because I prowl, I'm virtually invisible in shadows. And I'm going to stay there, just to make sure that stuff's not moving off that boat.
I will say that while you're watching, you notice that they strip their armour away. So they take off their armour, they put their shields to the side, and they sort of like start doing essentially stretching. Like the shoulders are always pitch black. There's lights all around the barge and along the dock, so lit up enough that you can see. Probably take advantage of it if you were sneaking. But yeah, they are in a lot less armour in this current state. The shields are put down near some of the crates and stuff that are on top of the barge. They still have their sword on their hip and they've got a small pistol around, but they are a lot less covered in armour and such. They all look pretty human. Nothing stands out of any of the other races of the world. 3 look female, but you can't really tell in great detail. And the other 2 keep disappearing behind the crates and you can't really see.
How far away am I from this barge? Like how many foot? Like
About 100, say, from the barge along the pier up the like cobbled street to where the taverns and that are. That's obviously in a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm literally gonna keep.
Your
watching.
eyes on till they turn up, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Where'd Myra go?
Fallen.
Oh, she's there. Jesus.
Being a pain.
I was like, so the little kid, as Spud walks away, the young one looks at you.
God.
Oh yeah, where's he going?
I'm going to go and probably see if you can actually get a potion.
I've got what is wrong with you? You're an angry lady. There's a potion right here. I bet it's more expensive in that shop.
I'm not taking a potion from the child.
Wow.
I don't know what could be in it.
Why do you keep calling me child and kid? You haven't even asked me how old I am.
I'm not interested.
Oh, you're the worst. That's it, really, the worst. So, Spud, you head towards the apothecary.
Left her alone with the child.
Mara's literally like arcane bolt when he doesn't look.
Yep.
Spud, you walk over to the apothecary. It is open. It's quiet. Ding-a-ling as you walk through the door, and you can see a elderly woman. She seems to be packing up for the night, putting small boxes like little wannabe first aid kits on shelves and stuff, and there are a few alchemical bottles in here filled with liquids and such. There is a constant tss, tss, like some sort of pressure pumps going off to the side. It gets your attention when you walk in. There is a 9-foot jack that is quite slenderly made. There's not a lot of bulk to it, and it seems more like an aid jack rather than anything labour-esque or combat-esque. It's all metallic. Its plating around it again is narrow and slender for this large jack, and it seems to be very, very skillfully moving bottles around and rearranging them on this large desk at the back, and the tss, tss keeps coming from that jack as its pistons move around and stuff. It doesn't look. It's well maintained, but it doesn't look high tech.
I'd walk in and say, "Hello, how are you?"
Not bad. How are you? We not open long.
I'm doing all right. It's just
You're not robbing the place, are you? That's a very large rifle there, sir.
no. I'm former army. They just let me keep my things.
That's very nice of them.
Oh, the Signarin army is amazing. Much better than the damn Fedorans. Anyway, I was wondering, do you sell healing items that one can use for healers? Just this old leg's playing me up a little bit, and I just need something to take the edge off and to sort of, old war wounds.
Wow. So for a brief second, which eye do you wink?
I basically look like I'm blinking, alright?
Fucking hell. She winks back, and together you look like a pair of winkers. Right, Dave. Healing potions. You can't go looking for stuff if you don't know what it is. I'm in the index. Heal. Healing. Price of magical healing. That'll do. Exactly what we're after. Oh, there's all sorts of information at the back here.
The alchemy rules in this game are absolutely mental. Like, there's just pages of items.
So, price of healing. Here we go. Hymn of battle. Oh, we probably don't want that. So. Ooh. Right, no, I don't want that. I want actual heal. Here we go. Oh, that is shocking. Right, where's the actual portions?
Yeah, no.
Because I'm on the magic spells healing. And there's an actual there's like a
healing liniment of 1 dose for 27 gold.
What page?
1 moment, I'm still looking. I found the price of it. I just need to. Grenade.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in and watching us learn.
It's beautiful.
Potion prices in Iron Kingdoms. Come on, Google. Woo.
Here we go. When applied, the healer uses 1 additional vitality point per hour, with the number of hours equal to D3 plus the medicine skill level of the character applying the salve.
Where are you looking at this?
Page 195. Sorry, 295.
295. Alchemical restoration. Here we go. Restorative. Fast acting. Promotes rapid blood clot regen. Grievous injured who drinks it. Fed a dose. It's immediately stabilised. That's fine. 211. Blah de blah. Formula. Well, that didn't help me. 295. Did you say?
Yeah.
Healing. Yep.
Yeah. Healing liniment.
Divinely infused alchemical salve is applied. Special rules: when applied, the user heals 1 additional for a number of hours. D3. Oof. I made healing's brutal in this, isn't it?
Oh yeah, like slow
I was
healing
gonna
takes
say, like, I just read
You,
the slow recovery thing, which is like you recover 1 vitality point every 6 hours. I'm like,
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have been on the roof when it blew up.
yeah, maybe not.
So,
Maybe I should buy some armor.
I can, yes, we have a healing liniment that you can buy. It's 27 gold per dose. I have a few if you have the money. She looks at you in quite decent kit.
I'm gonna sort of look at her and be like, oh. I mean, granted, yes, like let's say the Signaran armor doesn't pay as much as my clothing and equipment gives off. Is there some form of, I mean, you say you're closing soon. Surely one more salad, even just a slightly cheaper price, would be better than nothing.
Give me a negotiation check.
Negotiation prices down in a shop? Never.
Never done in an RPG.
And I'm using my persuasion skill, yeah?
Negotiation, yeah, persuasion, yeah.
13.
13. Smash that. Yes, I suppose I can discount a small. I'll take 18 gold for it.
Okay. Could I have 2?
You can for 36 gold, yes.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yes, please.
Cool. She hands over 2 divinely infused alchemical salves, known as healing liniments. You've seen them before in the army, and you've seen them wandering around with these 2.
Brilliant. I wink at her again, which is comical because it still looks like I'm just blinking.
She blinks back.
I hand I hand her the gold, pick up the healing liniments, and walk out again.
Could you give the coins to my apprentice over there? And at the word apprentice, the Jack turns and just looks at you. And you can now see that the face is quite comically painted with a red plus sign on their metallic face. It's very Chappie-esque, like a rectangular face. Gold, as it sort of speaks through cogs and gears.
I pick up the 36 gold and vaguely hold it out, and
there was a little slot that goes and from its chest just leans forward like a bucket, like at an old arcade.
I thought you were going to say 2p pushers. I'm like, yes.
I'm not far off. If it starts shitting copper though. So you put the money in?
I put the gold, yeah.
Cool.
I put the gold in there.
All goes in there and just nods towards the old lady. Thank you.
Cool. I'll walk back out to Mira.
Cool. You can see Mira and like even from here that 1,000-yard stare boring into the child. Like she's trying to destroy the child by staring at it. And as you approach, Myra is doing her best to ignore the little fucker, and the little fucker is doing his best to not allow her to ignore him easily. And he's like, so yeah, when I was free, I once got stabbed, and then I stabbed them back, and then I came up with Jack, and then there was a Jack over there, and I tried to me and this Jack, we got on all right. I used to call him Jack, but he was a massive mech. Turns out he came from the Temple of Menoth. But you know, hey, One Eye, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I was just I couldn't help but overhear your story. I mean, if you want to continue, Mira looks like she's really enjoying it.
Well, all right, yeah. So so he was on an horse, and then I helped him off the horse. So you could say I helped Jack off an horse. You know what I mean? So.
Whilst the kid's talking and distracting Mira, and just
slap her with a salve.
Basically, I'm gonna apply a salve to her.
So when applied, the user heals 1 additional vitality point per hour for a number of hours. So roll a d3.
3.
Cool.
Plus my medicine skill, which is 5.
So that's 8.
Yeah.
So that what? That means is it 8 points per hour, or is it a point per 8 hours?
So I think that's 8 points per hour she gets back.
Point per hour.
Mate, you're going to be buzzing.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm only 6 points down, so give me an hour.
That's alright. In about an hour's time,
right, so
you'll feel great.
Alright, so per point per hour for a number of hours.
You just bought morphine.
Yeah.
When applied, the user heals 1 additional vitality point per hour for a number of hours equal to D3 plus the skill level.
That's 8 hours.
So for over the next 8 hours, she gets an extra 1. So
normal resting would be what, 1 an hour?
1 hour.
So she gets
In
2.
fact, no, it's 1 every 6 hours. I think I was just on the phone.
When applied, the user that can't be right. That is pointless.
That is ridiculous.
1 additional vitality point per hour.
A character regains 1 vitality point each hour for the first 3 hours after being injured. After that, he regains 1 vitality point every 6 hours until he's regained all of his vitality points.
Oh my god. We're losing.
So
We've lost double. We've lost half our viewers. Yeah, I don't really understand the healing liniment. So what I'm going to say is, you will heal 8 points in the next hour. All right, we'll go with that, and then I can
I'll be
clarify
feeling
afterwards.
amazing after an hour then.
Yeah. So in 1 hour you'll have 8 points back. We'll go with.
It'll be like maybe like a slow increase, so like a slow increase in speed as I walk.
Yeah. So you make your way across. The little boy puts the potion back in his jacket, and he leads you to Mercia. About 45 minutes has passed since you left the alleyway. Myra, you've got about another half hour before you're fully kicks in, so you are at this point 4 points healed. So you take it off your agility first, and you work backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. That's why it's in a spiral.
Cool. You don't notice Mercia, but you do see the signs for Pier 16. She should be around here somewhere. So do I get that extra 2 gold?
Can I see them now?
You can
now
see
they've
them.
arrived?
That you can see them heading in your direction. Yeah, they just haven't. They haven't noticed you because you're kind of just in the shadows.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I'll walk out and greet them pretty much.
Hey, Mercia!
You got them in the end, I see.
Well, that one walks really slow. And then Spud went shopping. I've just guessed his name, Spud. One Eye went shopping. It looks like a Spud, so I just went with it.
I give 2 gold and tell him to shut up.
He takes the 2 gold and smiles, but shuts up.
Well, there's your payment.
This is different payment. You owe me 2 gold.
But you remember the rules. You never saw us. You have no idea who we are, and I'll give you your 2 gold.
I ain't got a clue who you are. I only know your name. And I know these 2 kill people, but I won't tell people they kill people because that's illegal and naughty.
Exactly. And I'll hand him the 2 gold.
Cool.
And yeah, and
Takes his 2 gold and he starts whistling and he disappears into the crowd. Very, very happy with his little self. You see 17 militia come running with a little kid going, "They're right there, sir." Yeah, so you guys are back. You've noticed that Myra is limping a lot less, Mercia.
yeah, sorry, I had to send a tiny child to you. And I kind of take them over to the corner so that I can show them the ship boat thing, and explain kind of who I've seen coming and going. Are the stretching people still on top?
There are 5 people on there. They look, they seem to have fit right into being deckhands now. They're doing work that you'd expect to see on a barge, boat, ship, etc. Moving crates around, sorting ropes out. It is a barge and it is powered by a large wheel, so it doesn't need sails sorting, but they seem to just be doing normal work on top.
So the reason why I didn't really want to leave, didn't really want these guys to disappear. So I am sorry for that, because obviously they've taken 2 bodies, and I've seen them walking now. Was it? I've seen them kind of hobbling.
Yeah, you saw the 2 that you dropped, making their own way, similar to Myra, limping away. Done so
I'm
well.
gonna confuse them all. That's great.
Just gonna call you Ice Sorcerer from now on.
Back to the day.
So, Spud, the 2 people you shot and that we dropped and that were missing when the explosion happened, yeah, they're moving. They're up and moving. I thought you'd killed them, but
I mean, the amount of blood that got on me says that we killed them.
yeah, they're moving around as said not. So I don't know if we want to try and take them all. The people on top were the ones, the relative armor ones you can see now, but they're not anymore. So we could try and take our chances, but I don't know how many are there. Like, other than those 5, I don't know who's there.
Those 2 were pretty tough for being essentially a couple of doormen.
But surely the contract with them has changed now. Like, we're not just getting a box out of Storm's place. Now the freaking cult's involved. I'm not sure if we can get it. We can try, but
It's just like you said, I don't really want to leave them because they'll just disappear. But I feel like it has changed and we should probably go tell them that, but equally I don't want to disappear in the meantime.
I'm not going to send a runner. I'm happy to go speak to Lieutenant Roke, is it?
Lieutenant
Yeah.
Rourke, yeah.
So Lieutenant Rourke, his second Hill, told us that his family had been captured by Falmrai cultists and they want this box. Otherwise they'll kill his family. And now the Golden Crucible is involved.
And I still have no idea what's in that box, what's so important, but at this point, if 3 different groups plus us are wanting it, I have no idea. I have no idea what this actually is.
Well,
I feel like the best bet, because I mean, either we go and take them on head on, which we can't really do, let's face it. Not with just the 3 of us. Or we try and sneak onto the barge, which I feel like wouldn't be necessarily the best time along.
Unless Spud wants to blow a hole in the bottom of the boat.
Yes, bud.
so the Golden Crucible from my time in the army were they were sort of like this group that was in Lille. You remember Lille? Lille was the country that Kador invaded, and so it's the Lillesian resistance that the Signarans went and sort of like all helped out. You know, we spent some time there, like years, decades back, but the Golden Crucible were like they were like fairly high up in like Lillesian alchemical, you know, in that sort of in those
I
sort
mean,
of
you managed to
circles.
blow that shop up pretty good, so.
Yeah, unless it's not the Golden Crucible. I mean, the people on top were wearing the armor. They're not now, unless they're just using their image. Either way, we should probably go and talk to the, I say, lieutenant.
I mean, we've got the name of the barge. I have a funny feeling that's not. Like, they can only sell that barge so far, and it doesn't look like they're going to leave tonight.
And they did speak about wanting to, once we had the box and stuff, wanting to ambush, you know, so and so.
I think maybe just go back to them, tell them what we know, and see what the next steps would be for it. Because the other option is to commission a badge, which we don't have the coin for.
I was going to say it might be worth if we can hire a room in one of the taverns facing it and watching that way.
Yeah.
They still being able to rest, and I don't mind going back to them, or if I don't know. What's your ideas?
I think we should get a room overlooking the dock. Keep an eye on this barge. My first thought is to basically just either keep an eye on the barge and see if anything weird happens overnight, or actually just go up to them and talk to them.
I mean, we
Remember
can try
how
the
that went
talking
at the
thing.
shop? Yeah.
Well, they didn't attack us until we attacked them.
Yeah, we attacked them, so sort of walking up and going, sorry, we thought you were someone else.
Suppose.
That's my first thought. Because I reckon Hill and Raw set us up.
Yeah, it still don't seem right. Always talk to them in the morning, or we can go talk to them now.
Yeah. Let's rest a bit, I reckon.
Yeah, because I kind of need it, though. By the looks of it, you're looking fine now, or a lot better.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I didn't get hit.
So you're going to go to one of
Punch
the...
is spun in the arm.
One of the lovely seedy taverns over. See if we can get a room overlooking the river.
Cool. So the closest one to you that you reckon will give you a decent vantage point over the piers and such, especially this barge, is the Cock and Bull. And you see a cockerel sat on top of a bull, and it's kind of just harshly painted on a sign outside the seedy tavern. There is a dwarf and a trollkin stood doing door work.
Sorry, this is before we go in. So just go up to them and say, you know, is there any rooms left we're wanting to...
The dwarf ignores you, and you notice a scar across his neck that's really jagged. The trollkin looks down at you, not in any armour, but like thick additions to its leather jacket. Like the one shoulder seems to be heavily padded. There is some sort of light, like ballistic vest type thing. Just looks down and goes, "Want to check inside if you're after rooms. No trouble, I will have you." And the dwarf just goes,
Not looking for trouble, just rest.
"Enjoy," and just opens the door for you. You walk in, and it is... Whew, there is an order to this place. You, all three of you, sort of like someone's tried to slap you, and you just go and bring the head back. As the smell assails you, it is sweat, soot, the sea, ale, blood, piss, It is a great establishment. It is filled with humans, ogrons. There's a couple of gobbers in there. There's 2 trollkin beating the fuck out of each other over a table. They've got like leather handcuffs and a short chain, and they're sat in front of each other holding fists. They're punching one another, then taking a drink afterwards. All the drinking vessels in here look like the metal cup of a flask. No flask in sight, just these little tin cups. The bar, if that's what you want to call it, is a very strange shape. It slopes, but it's sort of, there's a high bit and then it drops and down. And you see a gobber behind the short bit and a rather large portly human around the taller bit. Thick hair, just covered in, goose fat. It's a lovely place to be. But you do notice a pair of stairs on either side in each corner that go up and then sideways, disappearing to the floor above you. And there is a sign above the bar that says rooms for rent, and they spelt rooms with a Z.
Classy. Go on, Dave.
Walk up to the bar and go, hello.
Do you walk up to the human or to the gobber?
Human.
Go, the others there. Oh no, lad.
Alright.
Spits. You're pretty sure he spat a tooth out, but you're not sure.
Beautiful. You got any rooms?
We have. And he points up at the sign above his head.
Preferably, looking out over the front.
Oh, romantic, are we?
Yeah, definitely. You see them 2 bins, and I'll
Oh,
point back at
Jesus
the empty.
Christ. The internet's just banned me
Are
from
we
the...
within earshot?
I will say it's very busy, but if you want to do a perception check... Jesus.
Yes, I do.
It is quite
no.
difficult as you're in a very, very busy...
Oh, it's
thing.
only 9.
Only.
You just see Spud do this with his thumb, pointing back to you guys as he's talking to the large chap. But the noise of everyone drinking and swearing, and it's just, you don't hear. Fucking. That'll be. I'd love to cut that out the live streams, but it's what my character would do. So, you notice that the large hairy bar owner just sort of looks at you two, and then he's back talking to Spud, but you don't hear anything. Spud, well, good luck to you.
So how much for the night?
10 gold.
Alright.
That's not bad, seeing as it's near 50 for an healing potion. It's the one room, but there's plenty of beds in it, although I suppose you're only going to take the one.
Sure. How do we get out there?
Stairs, mate, stairs. If you use your other eye, there's a set of stairs over there. How does he see these? He turns.
So yeah, I'll give him 10 gold and turn around and sort of wave and point up the stairs to them too.
Cool. He gives you a little key card. Just swipe it. Might take a few. Just rub it if it don't work first time. Whee, first time. Rubbing it anyway. Here's the key card, and he goes back to serving drinks.
I'm gonna head upstairs.
Cool. You lot go upstairs. It takes Spud a few attempts to open the door, but eventually the key card does work, and the door slowly makes its way into the wall. And then you walk back in, and then it just and closes behind you as you are now in the room. It is a very, very Spartan-esque room. I don't mean there's 3 Leonidases in there kicking the fuck out of people, but if there was, I'd live there forever. So there's not a lot in there, but there are 8 bunks or cot beds that don't look overly comfortable or appealing, but you reckon you could probably get some sleep on there if you tried. But there is indeed, as requested, a window that looks out over the pier, and you can see the barge that you were wanting to keep an eye on.
How far roughly do you reckon the bar is? The window is from the barge.
From the barge, about 140 feet, maybe.
If there's a chair there, I'm gonna sort of grab a chair.
There is no chair there.
I'm gonna sit on the floor.
Go to the
in
bed.
front of the window.
Drag the bed over it.
So yeah, you drag between the three of you. You can drag a bed over. Yeah, you drag the bed over. You position it so you can sit on it and look out the window. And you're going to spend the evening keeping an eye on the barge.
I will be, yeah.
What are the other? Are you
Not
taking
gonna-
it in turns?
Doesn't say we can go on watch or.
I don't mind taking the first 4 or 5 hours into the night. You two may as well get a lie down for a bit.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. So
Spreads a cloak out very carefully.
Yeah. Make sure not to
Pretty
touch any of this. So, during the evening, the 5 deckhands on top, I will assume you're not acting during the evening and just, initiating death. Between the 3 of you taking your turns in watch, you notice that the 5 deckhands do indeed go below deck, and during the night for about 20 minutes there is an Ogren that comes onto the deck, who is all corded muscle and tangible hatred, clad in this heavy plated armour, wielding a shield the size of a door. They've got a cruel looking like notch blade, chunks out of it missing. Spud, you recognise him from a few bounty descriptions when you first got to the city. This Ogren is known as Gardek. I tell a lie, is known as Brack Seabreaker. Yep. And there's a sizable bounty offered for him on the charges of river piracy. The bounty is the same for alive or dead. Alright? During that 20 minutes, half hour that Brack Seabreaker is on deck, there is a very slender, unhealthy looking female human. She's very lean. She's got hooded black, like a hooded black armoured greatcoat. So you can see there is some plating that has been sewn into. All 3 of you see this and exchange information throughout the night. But she is unhealthy looking, and this large armoured black greatcoat. She looks on the verge of death. Like, how she's still standing, mate. You have a look through the scope and get a closer look at her. Her face is pale. She looks like she's about to be attending her own funeral, but she is pottering around on that deckhand, fine, healthy, fit. Doesn't act like she looks. And you see, after about half an hour during that period of the night, they both go back below decks, and only 3 of the deckhands come back on deck and are doing nightly duties. You think they look different to the originals. Maybe there's some sort of, through the night and end of night shifts, and people just keep an eye on the barge, but it does not look like it's about to move anywhere, and it looks settled. The morning comes after you've had your rest. Nobody else enters the room that you have rented. The 8 bunks remain empty by yourselves, but the sun does rise and the light of day comes down on the city, and you can see that the barge is still there, and there is another 5 deckhands on top. This time they didn't come up with any armour. All the armour and shield cannons and stuff were removed from the top deck of the barge, and there is now 5 in shirts and trousers type clothing deckhands. Now, it is morning time. You've had a sleep. Myra, I'm assuming you're fully healed now. If not, you're fully healed. before you go anywhere else, it's 5 to 11, so I'm going to call it there, and then we'll prep for the assault on the barge, or whatever it is you lot decide to do. Thank you very much for watching, folks. If you watched from the beginning, well played. You did better than we did. It was incredibly stop-start, so I do apologise for that. It was reading it and then translating it into happening was a bit...
There is a learning curve.
Yeah, it was a bit stunted, but a lot of it started coming back to me from playing Hordes and War Machine, and Dave and Grace obviously start remembering the stuff that they did when they played it a few years ago, and Mel did brilliantly at playing a brand new game. So hopefully part 2 will be a lot slicker. So we'll see what this lot do when they attack the boat or whatever they do. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a good laugh. I quite enjoyed it. I'm quite looking forward to see it. It's a very different world to what I'm used to. I currently run fantasy in D&D, and I've just started running cyberpunk with Carbon. So running this sort of diesel stroke steampunk, it's really cool to see that world, and I'll try and get a few more descriptors in for people watching so they can feel that the heavy steam jacks and stuff are such a big part of the world that they're there and abouts. So yeah, thank you very much for that. We're not going to stick around. It's 11. Thank you very much for watching. Please look at the 48-hour charity stream. If you're interested in it, let me know. If you want to donate, amazing, please do. There's plenty of ways to do that. If you're struggling to do anything regarding it, just please message me on Twitter, Facebook, even Twitch. You can whisper me, it's not blocked or anything. Just let me know. Other than that, thank you very much, players, for joining in. Sawdust and Swearwords for sponsoring the show and taking part in the game. This is actually part of our sponsorship contract, that if you sponsor the show, I must run a one-shot for you. Wednesdays is our one-shot night. The last one we did was Vampire the Masquerade. Now we're doing Iron Kingdoms for a couple of weeks. After that, Rob himself, Mr. Arcane, will be running some other one-shots. So if you're into the random short one-shots, Wednesday's your best evening to watch us. You can see us on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays running Dungeons & Dragons, Carbon 2185 and Pathfinder 2nd Ed. And on a Sunday, Dice of Beholder run their Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign, Chronicles of Nidham. But it's really good. It's really good. So if you love tabletop, come and watch us. If you've enjoyed yourself on any of those nights, please tell your friends. And let's build a bigger and bigger and bigger community. So thank you very much to Sawdust and Swearwords. Thank you very much to you three for playing. Lots of love. Say goodbye, players.
Bye,
Bye, players.